Okay, welcome back, everybody. We're going to continue with the preparation of MooShu chicken. Okay, first thing that I want to show you is how to make the egg garnish in the wok. So I have my wok preheating as we speak. I'm going to put, I would say for the amount of egg we're going to do, probably about 2 tablespoons of oil. This is canola oil, high smoking point. And when indeed with wok cooking, because we basically when we stir fry, it's going to be high heat. Uh, we want a oil with a high smoking point. Okay, so we'll go on ahead and I wok about medium high. It's a little bit lower than I would normally in terms of temperature that I would normally use for stir fry. Okay, insofar that eggs are, a little more delicate. Okay, but just the same, I'm going to wait a bit for the oil to get hot enough. And in order to determine that, I'm going to just take a little drop of egg. Okay, and what I want to see when that egg drops in the oil, I want like an immediate reaction. Okay, we're almost there, not quite yet. Let me just up the heat a bit. Okay, and so once this is done, okay, I'll show you how we're going to roll it up, shape it, and cut it. Then we're going to show you how to roll out the dough for the MooShu pancakes or the Peking doilies. Okay, and then we'll be ready to finish up in the third segment in assembling the dish together in the wok. Okay, so we're good to go. Okay, let's go on ahead. Okay. And what I'm going to do is just merely go ahead and I'm like almost making an omelet in a regular omelet pan. I'm just the eggs that are not cooked. I'm just letting it sort of like distributing the eggs so they're evenly exposed to the heat. Not really scrambling them per se. Okay, trying to get everything nice and evenly cooked. To expedite things a bit, I'm going to go ahead and okay, give it a little flip. Okay, now what I could do is go ahead and just sort of roll the omelet forward, kind of like rolling the carpet, I guess, or rolling the carpet up. Let me go ahead, use the spatula for this. Okay. There we go. So we have essentially a cylinder shape, sort of like that. Now we just slide it out on our cutting board. Then what we'll do, we'll go ahead and we're just gonna shape it a bit. It's nice, pretty even cylinder shape like so. And then what we'll do, let me get the other one. The other one had a chance to cool off a little bit. And we're just going to go forward, cut it, oh, I would say about 1/4 to 1/2 inch. Sort of like almost chiffonading the egg, if you will. Okay. And so this, of course, is another component that you could easily cook ahead of time. Okay, like so. Okay, be right back. Okay, here we go. All right, so now next thing we're going to do is go ahead and we're going to flour up this board. And we're going to roll out the dough to show you that procedure. Okay, flatten out a bit, and this dough developed really nicely. Okay, it's soft but very elastic. So we're going to roll this out into an even 1/8 of an inch. And this dough is, very pliable. And notice I'm rolling from the middle out. Occasionally I alternate sides so it rolls out nice and evenly. And you notice I'm not adding all that much flour. If the dough, let's say when I roll it out, it kind of gets stuck, I'll just lift it up, add a little bit of flour at a time, because I don't want to add too much flour. I don't want it to, the dough to dry out. Okay, we are just about there. Yeah, very easy dough to make, easy dough to work with. Okay, one more roll, and I think we'll be ready to cut it into our requisite shapes. Okay, one more flip. Okay, so we're at a, pretty good thickness. I'm going to take my cutter. Okay. And make sure the cutter edge is nice and floured. and I want to, really cut each circle close so I minimize scrap. But scrap is okay. I mean, again, this could be kind of consolidated, rolled out again, and used for a second batch. It could be combined with like half a fresh dough as well. So this dough is reusable at least for a second batch. Okay, so all right, so there we have it. Maybe I could squeeze out one more, kind of barely, but okay. Give it a shot. Okay, so next we're going to go on ahead. Okay, line them up. I have a little griddle heating as we speak, and you'll see how we're going to cook these. All right, so I have a little bit of toasted sesame oil. Okay, so what I do for every other pancake, I put about a teaspoon of sesame oil on the top of every other pancake. You don't want to add too much. Too much, you'll see when we sort of attach a top half on each of these pancakes and we roll them out and bake them on the griddle, they will tend not to stay together. Too little, okay, they'll tend to stick together, and when we want to peel them apart, okay, it will be very difficult to do so. So about a teaspoon, okay, on top of every other one, and then we just give it a partner, okay, to put on top, okay, like so. Okay, poor fella, odd man out. Okay, and then what we're going to do is go ahead and each of these, okay, again, not too much flour, I'm going to roll out, okay, to about a 1/16 of an inch. Pat them down a little bit, make it a little bit easier. Okay, so then I'm going to take my griddle, and as soon as I put a little bit of oil on the griddle, okay, I will take it away so you could see the griddle. I know the board at present is blocking it a bit. Okay, just a light, very light veneer of oil, and then these guys we're just going to put right on the griddle. Griddle is like sort of medium high. You don't want it to scorch it, okay, or the pancakes, but you do want to get. You'll see the sides a little splotchy, almost look like a tortilla. Okay, so and what should happen in a few moments, okay, that the moisture in them will start to turn to steam, and they'll puff up a little bit. Okay, I can kind of show you what they look like in the griddle right now. And I have some more, made ahead, okay, and so once these are made, all I have to do really is literally do the stir fry portion of the dish, And the finished pancakes, we are going to give a quick steam to sort of warm them up again. All right, let's see how these guys are doing. Ah, okay. Okay, so let me just show you. I don't know if you could see, you see getting a little bit of splotches there. Okay, that's really about all you need to cook it. You just want to get the dough, from being, raw. Okay. Uh, okay, so this is maybe another a little bit clearer example. And if you don't have something like this, I mean, you could use like a regular, like nonstick pan you would use for like an omelet, let's say. Okay, there you go. And now the other side, about half the time you did initially in the first side, because you don't want to overcook these. If you overcook these, they get too dry and stiff. Okay, in fact, like they're kind of ready now. Okay, and so what we do with these, okay, show you. Okay, so you see them right now. We just peel them apart, and they are a little hot, and they're like good to go. And so then what we do, okay, and I'll show you the ones I made ahead of time. So what we do, we're going to fold them in half like so. Okay, I could probably put like a towel over them to keep them, more moist. But like I say, later on, we're going to reconstitute them by giving them a little bit of steam, and so they will be ready to go. Okay, so these are the pancakes component. I'll be back in a few minutes to put everything together. Okay.